Nicky Hawkins outside the Amex West Ham fan Centre. We've been robbed there, Dave.
You know how like you got mates who just try and wind you up all the time. My mates who try and wind me up all the time are texting me going, "That's handball. That shouldn't have come." And that wasn't the first one, right? Dunk should have been gone 20 minutes ago when he pulled down Wilson. That was the second yellow card all day long. And how his wave play on is beyond me. That referee, like VAR, he's had a mare today, absolute mare. Like fuming.
But that being said, we are well 1-0 up going into the 90th minute. We've invited them pressure on ourselves again, and you know we didn't learn our lesson from Bournemouth.
Yeah, no, that's also an equally true point. But you know, the referee's got to do his job. If the referee does his job, we've come away with a 3 points. I don't say like there was a lack of anything on the bench to do in terms of once. I mean, like hats off to Wilson. Like he really changed the game when he came on. You know, I might have to eat some humble pie coming into the season, but you know, if we're giving 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in a game, we can't play him at 90. If we give him 15 minutes in a game, you know, he's going to have that impact on it. He's going to do that.
He's also got to have the players around him because he came on. We started looking forward, and then all of a sudden we've got the goal, which he was the catalyst for,
yep.
And then he's brought all of the attacking talent off.
Yep. But then he had nothing to change it up with. I don't
think you need to change it at that point.
I don't know. We were starting to look a little bit leggy. I do think we need some fresh legs on there. But you know, what's he got to play with on the bench? I mean, I love Souček, but he's not going to give you any mobility. You know, it was good. By the way, I just want to say it was really nice. Ezra Mayer's come on his debut. I watched him a lot of the 21s, and he's always been a left-sided centre half. So I was surprised to see him at wing back. But he reminded me a bit of Ben Mee. You know how like Ben Mee at Burnley, he had Michael Keane next to him. Michael Keane took all the headlines, and then he had Tarkowski next to him, and Tarkowski took all the headlines, and Mee just did his job. And that's what Ezra Mayers has done next to Casey and Golan Beggars for the 21. So I was really pleased for him. I was really chuffed to see him, you know, get his debut, and hopefully that's the cover that obviously we've got Villa next week, and then you know we lose half our defence to AFCON, so we're going to need someone. Maybe you know it was good for him to get those minutes, get that 10 minutes on the belt, get that experience. Maybe he's the guy that's going to play if Ollie Scholes doesn't recover. Yeah, he's going to be the guy that comes on and fits in the juice position. Yeah, but you can't fault anyone today. You know, like.
It's one of them things.
It was, you know, when I think we got to eat a little bit humble pie when the team came out. I think we all, we looked at that and was like, why have you dropped Magassa and Potts for Rodriguez? And it didn't make any sense, but Rodriguez didn't do anything right, but didn't do anything desperately wrong. He took a booking that he probably needed to take. But it kind of worked for us, and you know, I was I think the first one to look at that and just go, oh, no, it was. I'd say the big thing, I'd say the good thing that day. Is when I saw that team, I thought this reminds me of Potter. This is Gormless Graham when he was like, do I want a 4, do I want a 5, do I want a 3?
But you can see improvements in this side.
You can see the effort. That's the big thing. This is what I was saying on Thursday night. This is a team that are trying. This is a team that he's motivating. They're playing for him. Today, that point, like on Thursday, it wasn't because we outplayed Brighton. They spent a lot of the game in our half. God knows how many corners they had. But it was attrition. It's just resilience. I mean, this is what we're going to need for the foreseeable future, because you can't turn it around in January. The chairman's got to find the money from somewhere. We absolutely have to go and buy a striker in January that will play 65, 70 minutes at a really high rate, really work someone. Because that was up in the team selection. We put wing backs out today, and we've had, you know, who are you going to put crosses out of Bowen, Paquetá and Somerville? Because none of them are aerial threats. So we've got to go and get a striker, 6 foot, bit of mobility.
I think this geezer, look at this geezer here. I think he might be able to play up front for us. Look at the size of this geezer. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Get him, sign him up. I just see he's 8 foot tall.
Jesus Christ.
God, I'm about the size of one of his legs. He had lovely flowing locks. Oh no, he had lovely flowing locks as well.
Come back in a minute.
Gorgeous hair, 8 foot, gorgeous. Some people have it all in life, don't they? But you know, we've gone there. We've come here today. We've got to find that striker. Let's get that striker to 6 foot, bit of a bleed, good year. Spend the money you need to spend. Go and find it somewhere. If you need to sell a portal cabinet yourself and stick it in your back garden, go and do it. I'm not sure. I've heard rumours this week Neymar's coming. I'll be very surprised. Even if he does, he's not going to give us anything. I don't think. And his knees have gone. There's a reason that he's, you know, passed like a bit. His career's on the way down. But yeah, if we can get straight in January, maybe we'll be all right. It's a hard run of games though coming up now. You know, Villa, half our defence goes to Afcon, and then Man City, and then hopefully, you know, Father Christmas drops that striker down our chimney ready for January.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Cheers, man. Thank you.